It's game number 1 in a best of 5 elimination series for the group. One of these two. Did you look at the timed out message? Because that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, he's getting into the game here. One of these two is going to be eliminated from the tournament. It'll be sad to see if that happens. But spawning here in the top left, we got the red Terran player, jjakji.
In the bottom right, as the blue Protoss, it is herO.
So look at some people chat straight up saying I'm a degenerate. I'm only here to bet, not because I like StarCraft, but because it's the only esports thing that's going on. Okay, I get you. And then someone said they made $6,700 betting on my channel today. Good for you, dude. I'm just saying, well, you guys have had excellent mornings, and congratulations to each of you. There's just been too much harm done by what betting can bring around, and that's the only reason I'm not okay with it. Like, I don't care about the actual act of betting. Have fun with that, right? It's what betting leads to that worries me. So, I'm not saying we're there yet, but if I start seeing this be a regular occurrence, that's when I'm going to start getting a little worried about things. Because the last thing I need is some guy trying to whisper jjakji in game, being like, dude, I got like 10,000 bucks for you if you just throw this series on BaseTradeTV. Like, that is my worst nightmare, and I never want to see something like that happen. So, even if it's going to tank our viewership, I might just start posting some fake spoilers just because I don't want that to happen. This has been going on and off for the last couple months, but recently it's just, like, today, insane.
Well, you may have once again people asking if it's herO or herO. Again, it's root herO.
You should just answer with yes.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't know. If you're coming back into StarCraft, Axiom Liquid herO just doesn't do very much anymore. But it being root herO and all, jjakji should be expecting cheese. So we had a big old scout around his base before we actually sent the Reaper over here.
I think
and
this
he's
is
building a bunker pretty preemptively.
I think it's a very intelligent thing to do, especially against herO specifically, because while maybe he's not been as cheesy since the patch as we've seen him be in the past, dude has a reputation for being disgusting. And oh, speaking of disgusting, someone clean up here on IL 4th base.
Okay, but let's look at that stalker skin real quick, because that
the Purifier one.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. So when I saw it preview, it didn't look that different. But seeing it here, it's like it has like a like it's like a stay-at-home mom from like the 60s. You know what I mean? Like with the big pump, like the big hair,
the beehive hairdo.
Yeah, the beehive hair. Because I realized what was so weird about this is that it has a bigger like body than it like even before, and its legs are still very tiny.
I like its new. I like its new face though.
No, I don't like anything about it.
Okay, they're there.
No. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's trying to be like more mechanical, but it looks so. It looks like it's carrying something like on its back instead of just being a big old face, I guess. Actually, why does the stalker look like it does? What is it carrying inside of there? What secrets are inside that wing?
What are you hiding inside that package?
I've never thought about this.
I'm pretty sure what's inside there is the weapon that generates the laser, no? That's what I've always assumed.
Oh, it's like a mini Colossus. Oh my god, I never put that together.
Oh my god, it is!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Ooh. Revelations on BaseTradeTV. Alright, okay, what did I drop? Very old-fashioned coming out from jjakji. It actually includes the Marines too, but so I was already hesitant to believe the Marines added anything to the Widowmine job for the last like 2 years, right? But especially now that stalkers are so good, why bother adding the Marines?
Oh my god, look at that one cock its head. That looks so dumb. Oh my god. Gobble, 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 gobble. Widowmine. Oh no, this goes so terribly badly for poor jjakji. I'm gonna try to rebro the Widowmine, maybe get a better shot, take out a stalker, but the blink jukes it out. This has been really well handled out of herO, and jjakji losing that medevac alone was bad enough. Having 3 Marines, 3 souls, 3 lives go down with it. What a reckless pilot.
That was pretty bad. I mean, that's, you know, if you drop the Widow Mines and they don't do anything, but the medevac survives and you got a bit of a scout, I think that's perfectly okay. That's what Widow Mine drops have done for a year.
You know,
but that was just terrible.
That really bad medevac pilot reminds me of a train conductor I know. You see, there's a train conductor, and he was really bad at conducting trains.
No! I remember this joke.
See you in 10 minutes as I wrap it up. Tank is going to be enough to spook these off. If he realized this was here, he may have been able to actually walk up on it, focus it, and then blink away instead of the bunker. But a second tank's out now, so he's not going to have that opportunity for round 2.
Yeah. I mean, jjakji is obviously very well-versed in the difficulties of Protoss, and especially with, you know, the caliber Protoss he's facing, these guys will find that one weakness and just cut you for it. So you got to be extra careful in the early game.
PWO 95. What if Stalkers aren't mini Colossus, but Colossus are giant Stalkers instead?
That was, whoa, man.
They both shoot out 2 lasers per shot.
It's true.
Here's the real question. Why can't Colossus blink?
Well, that's how they cliff walk, I guess. They gave up blinking for cliff walking. That makes sense.
And living under the ocean for thousands of years. That's why.
Yeah. They're literally War of the Worlds Colossus aliens. I mean,
I love how bad the Protoss commanders are too. They're like, oh, sweet, this brand new shiny thing. Well, forget Reavers. Don't need those anymore. What good could they ever possibly serve? Let's use these instead. Only wish you had Reavers for the rest of forever.
Yeah, well, I mean, fortunately they found the disruptors somewhere. I don't remember how they found the disruptors. I love that there is a little bit of lore attached to every single unit, but some of it doesn't make any sense.
Actually, I know why Colossus don't have blink. It's because they gave it to DTs instead.
I mean, why would they? I like mine that they got cliff walking. You can't blink on stilts, Rifkin. I mean, stalkers are basically on stilts.
Well, they can blink, so that's the whole logic right there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good logic there.
Can't blink on stilts except for the guys that can blink on stilts. Takes out the tanks, relative ease. The charge lots on that front line. The herO had that 1-1 going for him. This was such an easy push through jjakji's armor, like a hot knife through butter.
I like it. Blink was invented while the Colossus were underwater. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, their eyes were closed. They couldn't open them to get water in their eyes.
This game is over. I mean, it's sad.
GG.
It didn't look like very much GG, but when I saw how many charge lots there were, I was like, what does jjakji even do?
Zagal is from Batman, Rifkin. You mean Raz Al Ghul? Absolutely exactly different names that are totally nothing alike. Actually, the best thing I saw was someone named one of their owl Pokemon, Raz Owl Ghoul. It's like 10 out of 10, man. Good name.
Oh, that's why I love the StarCraft, or no, StarCraft Reddit. The Reddit, subreddit, Superb Owls, Super Bowl.
Superb Owls, yeah.
That took me a while to get.
All right, folks, it's game number 2, Elimination Series. Both of these players have their lives on the chopping block. But he's up 1-0 and looking to escape. In the top left, we've got the red Protoss. It's herO.
In the bottom right, as the blue Terran, it's jjakji.
One subreddit, by the way, that I just do not understand, I can't wrap my mind around, is the subreddit Simulator. And how that thing is always on the front page of Reddit all the time.
I don't see that one.
Interesting.
Or no, ignore it.
Well, the thing is, maybe you do see it, but it blends in so well because it's the subreddit Simulator.
Oh no. Oh my god. Now, the ones I don't get are like surreal memes. Like that I'm just like, I've never laughed at. Not once. Why does it always pop up?
If we're gonna talk about memes like that, the one meme I've never really understood to embrace but have enjoyed and laughed at are like all the me IRL memes.
Oh yeah, those are funny. I like those.
Some guy's doing this, like, it's like a me IRL. I see it on the front page all the time. It's like a me IRL advent calendar, and each day it's just like one of those stupid frogs. He just opens them up and it's a meme inside. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, Reaper pops out for jjakji, immediately checking for some close by proxies. I mean, last thing he wants to do is have a Stargate surprise him like this, so. Gonna go across the map, confirm what's going on, or maybe turn around and go back home to double check the other side. He's really paranoid about proxies.
He should be. It's herO, it's Protoss, but, you know, this is one of many things he has to worry about. And this is... So, whatever you want to say about balance, okay, just get that aside. This happened once before in this matchup, where Protoss had an X unit, in this case, or in last case, it was a Depths. Protoss, you know, didn't dominate the win records like they are, but they were doing well. And Terrans reacted by being the most cautious, defensive, never leaving race that they could possibly be. They built too many bunkers, they built a bunch of walls, they waited until they had 20 liberators where they felt comfortable moving out, and it worked okay. I
believe this is what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. It worked okay, but in a lot of other cases, it just put them farther behind. They like literally weren't doing anything to hold up the Protoss, and I feel like jjakji is going into that territory where he actually is so afraid and so just like, oh, I'm gonna die anyways. That he's building bunkers, he's scouting a lot, he's obviously thinking, okay, it's Protoss and it's herO. I'm the one that has to be worried here. I do like the Hellions. It's something that Gumio's done to get some damage early on, and it's working okay to say there only being 2 of them. 5 with the Reaper in the main.
He trades evenly. Beyond this, he causes a little bit of lost mining, some chaos for herO. I mean, this really actually wasn't a bad attack at all. Almost gets another probe there. That would have been real sweet, but yeah, a bit of an income spike here for jjakji as a result of this. It's got that medevac coming with some Widow Mites. This did not do very well last time. Maybe they'll do better this time. We'll see. Also, big thank yous to the Super Drex for that brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Guys, this tournament is also, as mentioned many times, powered by Twitch. Every time you sub to the channel, every time you cheer with those bits, all the more reason for Twitch to hopefully keep up the sponsorship next year. So all these subs go a long way, and thank you guys for said subs. So dig deep if you got your primes. Check to see if you got a few bucks rattling in your wallet, because it is 20% off the month of December. But Widowmine in the natural, not so impressive. Widowmine in the main, however, oh, should have gotten more if he had target fired. Either way, getting the medevac out alive is what's going to be mattering the most. Other side of the map, we got a warp prism here, so it's going to be an elevator up to the main, and jjakji, I don't think is ready for this.
Oh gosh, I was gonna, you know, actually really praise jjakji for the amount of harassment he was getting done, but this just makes it not matter. I think he just lost. His production was still on the way. He doesn't have any units that aren't, you know, being used offensively, and there weren't that many, so this is game.
I had a brief moment. I'm like, what is shield batterying the Marine? Oh my god, it's a sentry attack. The tank comes out, and this is just... It's so much to push this back. While this goes on, though, the Widowmine's got another shot. Some damage in that main, too, so not for nothing, but jjakji still comes out with 14 probes and not looking very good.
Nah, I mean, it is surprising that herO lost more probes here, and in fact, he's still taking a bit of damage. The Marines... Marine was being just like out-healed, I guess. I don't know, that thing's invincible, but I don't think it's going to be comparable to what herO can do. He's still got a warp prism if he can't break the tank and liberator quite yet. Whoopsie.
I don't think you recover off of this. If there was a third CC, we could contemplate the maybes, but holding is not going to be enough. herO on 30 probes, and he can chrono them out if he's really worried about this. Heck, he might even feel confident enough to go for a third base if he wants to lock this down, but he's looking to just dedicate a couple more warp ins to try and secure the victory here and now.
Yeah, even with a third CC, you know, that is certainly something to be like, well, if he turtles and, you know, recovers in the long game, maybe he's got a shot, but even that would have been suspicious, because stalkers have made a lot of things that Terrans would depend on. You know, they'll turtle into mass liberator shot. That's pretty good. It doesn't work nearly as well anymore. So there really is not any hope for jjakji, whether he turtles and tries to get that third CC, knowing that herO is not in the third nexus, you know, or whether he tries to push right here, right now. And it looks like maybe he contemplated pushing, decided not to, pulls back, but what's that really going to get him?
Well, the big thing, you get a freedom buy-in for that sub. Sorry it happened while the fight was going on, but we appreciate you. Putting us now at 1,515 sub points, 85 away from a new emote unlock.
Those summons look so much more powerful.
They do. But you know what my problem is? Between playing Karax and co-op in the campaign, I keep expecting them to reconstruct when they die.
Yeah.
So just watch them die looks really weird to me. Not to anyone else, I'm sure, but to me that just looks so strange not seeing them come back to life. He does recall a portion of his units, but not necessary as herO takes a 2-0 lead. He's a dirty Protoss sympathizer. Thank you, Diesel Max Power. We're getting into game number 3 in the Elimination series now, and this is looking like it might just be the end of the Terran win streak, the run in the tournament. We'll see how it goes. To the top right, we got the red Protoss looking to eliminate all Terran. herO.
In the bottom left, as the blue Terran, it is jjakji, our one last hope.
I do want to actually speak on a point of balance, though, for a moment, and this is with one of those joking aside sort of commentaries with it. I think, as much as I would love to joke and jest about like the actual balance of the game, to take a serious approach to it for just 1 second, guys, whether you are Terran favored, Protoss favored, none of that matters, because your favorite race should have an entertaining series every time you get to watch it, right? And I think what kind of breaks my heart in a weird way is the fact that because the game's a little misaligned right now, I'm not going to say imbalanced, but because it's misaligned right now, we're not getting those games. We're not getting those really tight games in the past. You would have like Blink Stalkers barely getting some of these shots off that made for really epic escapes or really epic kills. Instead, it's like, oh cool, they just killed everything because they're so powerful, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't enjoy those types of games as much, and this has been a bit of a stomp out of herO. Now, in fairness, I think even pre-patch 4.0, herO still could pull off a 3-0 versus jjakji. Don't let me misstrew the situation, but I think that I'm excited to see changes come, because I just want to see better games for it. Not because I think Terran deserves more power or Protoss deserves less. I just want better StarCraft games.
Yeah. Like, I know everyone wants to give shit, I suppose, or Terran players in general shit, you know, pointing out that there's been winning records for that race before, but I don't know, I feel like there's a reason as to why there are less complaints, you know, when there are balance in problems, if the games themselves are fun. And that's kind of what it feels like. Even when Terran is winning a little bit more, the TvPs are still fun to watch. These aren't really, they haven't been fun for a while, and it is kind of like back to, I like Stalkers more as a unit, even if they're overpowered, that it's more fun than watching Mass Adepts be warped in with a warp prism, you know, a year and a half ago, but it's not that much different. It is just kind of like, well, that's cool, I guess. Actually, that wasn't actually that fun.
This goes back to me to that whole, if everything is hype, nothing is hype. And if everything is the underdog, then there's no hype. Like, every time you come into the matchup, whether it's Innovation, TY, or Masa, or Euthermal, or anybody, it's always just like you go into the matchup with the expectation Terran players are going to be the underdog, no matter how good or how critically renowned they are. And I know people are calling us out for the Terran bias in chat. By all means, please, you're missing the message entirely. It's just not that we want Terran to do better. I just want to be able to enjoy more StarCraft games. And granted, the one game somebody will win, you're like, oh yeah, I can't believe TY pulled it out, that's so sick, because against all odds he won, but it's so rare and fleeting, it doesn't make up for the lack of other games. So this, I would be saying, I want to be super clear to everybody, because we've said it in the past too. Even Protoss was in the gutter too. When we missed Protoss at the start of Legacy of the Void, we had these exact same speeches, the exact same thoughts. It has nothing to do with our, what is definitely inherent Terran bias.
Well, I just think Terran's an enjoyable race to watch. I've never cared about my own win record. How I can't win on ladder or something like that. But yeah, we had the exact same thing to be said about Protoss. Zerg's never really had a truly weak point where every single game versus them looked dominating, but they have had weak balance points. That's true.
They just kept getting buffs all the time.
Yeah, you actually couldn't say anything about Zerg, because no matter how they performed, you just had to be like, well, they got nothing but buffs in the beginning of Legacy of the Void, so you can just sit right down. But you know what? jjakji is going to be... he's probably going a little bit insane. He's kind of doing the same thing over and over again. I liked the 2 Hellion edition last time. That caught herO just the right amount off guard to start things off, but it didn't go anywhere. You know, in fact, it went into herO countering and winning. So at least he saves this medevac. You know, doesn't commit to it once he sees Stalkers are in position.
Oh, well, you may have spoken a little too soon.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. F to pay respects in chat. Everybody right now, I don't care what race you are, press F. He wastes the shot on the fucking hallucination. I gotta tab out for this. F. There we go. Oh my god. Well,
that is so bad.
But this is another point too that's very interesting to make, where that wouldn't have happened in the next version of the patch, where they are tweaking down the stalker damage. So they've recognized that some of these little interactions, like if you've got 4 stalkers catching a medevac like that, yeah, jjakji absolutely deserves to lose it. 2 stalkers catching it for the cooldown of its boost? No.
Little too easy there. So herO goes with what I would say is a greedier build here. You know, he doesn't go for Twilight Council into Robo, into third base, into no, he adds every single tech structure possible and a third base before he really has a ton of production. 3 gateways is not bad. That's not the greedy part, but he is going 1-1 with visiting Glaives, not Blink, which isn't so much greedy as it is just really surprising. Because 1-1 is just, it's so good for the stalkers. They get +2 instead of +1. Adept's not quite getting that same effect, although +1 does help them versus Marines. I think Josh is going to be surprised. He's going to be saying nothing but stalkers and be like, what the hell what's with the Adepts?
By the way, I do see our good friend Archon and the SCV in chat.
Oh!
Nice snipe on that Warp Prism. That was a harrowing close moment. I didn't think that missile turret was going to reach. But guy was giving me crap yesterday. I just got to double down on this because I do love you. I see you in chat all the time, so no hate with this. But I was criticized so heavily with how I was pronouncing Nooney's name yesterday. And guys, if you don't know, that is actually how you pronounce it. His words, not mine.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, I got told to kill myself over it. It was pretty cool. Good times last night. Tank's taking a surprisingly good fight, though. The Immortals in the back end up being the center point of splash damage. All the stalkers around this go down. And I want to hype this up for jjakji. He's going to kill this third base. This is a big deal. I just don't know that he can keep pushing through this. There's a shield battery. herO's got 1-1. I think any amount of warp-ins holds the push. But this was already a lot of damage having picked off that Immortal. That was a big pick-off.
You the guy with no left arm saying this is why you don't go Adepts. This is why you always go Stalkers.
No left arms because you're all right?
I don't remember which arm he was missing, but this is I will say the tank push worked. I almost confidently say because it wasn't Stalker-based play, it was Adept-based play. It also worked because he hit right before the gateways are done, so there's that. But, you know, if it was Stalkers, these are being taken out, the third base is already being rebuilt, and they still think that the Stalkers are strong. But Adepts, I'm a little less certain. Adepts were not changed. The only thing that changed in regards to this game right here, right now, is that Chrono is faster, so they do have 1-1 instead of just 1. But they're going to die to Bio if it's a straight-up fight.
Oh, he picks up too, chasing that Warp Prism, playing a little ring around the rose. He leaves his SCVs exposed to the natural. No response over here. herO absolutely taking care of business every day.
Looks like jjakji might still lose out to this, losing so many SCVs. Classic Adept scenario, and actually getting into the middle of that Bio army. Wouldn't mind not burrowing. I think I heard 1. Yeah, there it is, but the other one's not. You're useless, officially.
31 workers down and no real damage on the other side of the map. This is a little too far gone at this point. I mean, I see the sarcastic remarks in chat. Guys, is Protoss the Jep's OP now too? No, but you know what is great? Having 1-1 over an opponent who's completely out of position from you. And that has nothing to do with what race you are. Unfortunately, as we saw, jjakji responded a little bit late. The Adepts had already killed 20-something SCVs before they actually took the fight. And even then, it was just a bit too much. And he's focusing so much on trying to do some damage on this side of the field. We don't actually have proper recovery back at home. So at this point, jjakji is doing a little bit of shooting himself in the foot. You know, commands are just floating. Medevac's trying to micro too much.
Yeah, I think if that, you know, second Wondermine gets a shot, if the there's 10 less SCVs killed, because, I don't know, he transfers quick or something like that, there is a recovery and a good game for jjakji, but just a little bit too far gone, perhaps. Almost, you know, half the worker count, even with 3 CCs, sorry. And going to be down at upgrades. He got +1 attack, and okay, he just started +1 armor, but if herO puts his investment into Chrono upgrades, there's no way jjakji will catch up. He's chronoing out Blink right now, and I assume Storm later on with Templar Archives, so superior tech here for herO.
Is your phone ringing? What is that sound?
There's no sound. I don't hear any sound.
Okay, hang on.
Is there like a little bit of a jingle?
I can't tell what that is. It sounds so weird.
Yeah,
I thought that was something on my end I had broken.
It kind of sounds like the observer resonating.
Maybe.
Like maybe you can zoom up on it when anything's happening.
I don't think that makes noise.
I didn't think it did either, but I hear the chimes as well, but it's not, not like
crazy.
coming from my room.
Oh, one of my shots are going to be fantastic, but it's not always about the adepts. But the stalker's coming a little bit late, so he's not able to take advantage of those sacrifices. And this is how you give away a game that you've started to win.
That was a lot of adepts to give away. But you know what?
Oh, hang on.
It is the observer.
I think you're right.
Holy shit. Since when did it make sounds?
Since when, yo? Wait, it's not making sounds.
Yeah, it is. I hear it.
Okay.
I went to the left side of my headphones, so.
I don't know, man. I'm so messed up by this.
I'm freaking out. No, it's like when the water sound occasionally loud. Just a bug.
It's like dripping in the background. Today we learned. Yeah, we should have called the channel TvP.
Wait a minute.
Right? Like,
oh yeah, we've learned a lot of things today. But wait a minute. Are you telling me that observers make a little jingle? Is it because it's Christmas? But like they're really bad observers if they make a jingle. I'm just saying. It is it. That's totally it.
Yeah, it's like a soft little bloop, bloop, bloop.
Why? Oh, why? Lordy, why?
Well, I guess 2 Fs for that one, guys. You can't pay your respects enough with just one. You gotta put 2 for that one.
While we were looking at the observer, by the way, herO did see that drop, so that's why I saw it.
And that one too.
Oh God. We're too busy like laughing about this jingle sound that I was going to talk about how herO still has dominating position even without those adepts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had 2 eyes. You're right. He does have a dominating position. Let's talk about it.
Well, okay, but he lost like so many adepts, right? But stalkers are good, and even if the stalkers weren't that good, they just killed storms are really good, and jjakji would not have gotten a ghost by now.
And on top of this, he still has 4 more in the back. This is it's gonna be a little bit much to deal with here. No charge in these zealots, interestingly enough.
Yeah, just investing everything in the High Templars, but jjakji just scanned and saw no probes, so not a finished 3rd base. So
GG.
I mean, I was like to imagine he had like a shining ray of hope, and then it just got cloudy and rainy, and then he just died to storms.
All right, I'm just gonna fully mute everything for a moment here. We're gonna actually have a moment of silence for jjakji.